I'm like, get yourself together, get your shit together. Like, just go tell Travis in a normal way.
Yeah.
And I knock on the door. He's playing video games. And I'm trying to say it in a normal way. And I'm just like, Travis!
I'm like, oh no.
Taylor Swift isn't just dropping albums, she's dropping hints, touchdowns, and social media bombs all at once. First up, Taylor casually revealed she and Travis Kelce might actually be shacking up during her podcast Cameo, giving fans all the couple goals vibes. And then, insiders say Tom Brady is begging for Taylor to sprinkle her pop star magic in the Fox NFL booth. Meanwhile, Jared Goff got hilariously caught off guard when Taylor name-dropped him, his phone apparently exploding faster than a Hail Mary pass.
I thought it was like Jared Goff is here and Josh Allen's here.
Then the Kelce brothers, according to insiders, proved themselves the antidote to toxic masculinity. Next, Taylor went full social media ninja, teasing fans and keeping them buzzing after the podcast. But not everyone's a fan. Triple J couldn't resist throwing shade at Taylor's album reveal, reigniting their long-running pop feud. Taylor Swift, queen of surprise album drops and catchy heartbreak anthems, decides to casually spill a little domestic tea on her boyfriend Travis's podcast New Heights. Yep, Taylor just slides in like she owns the place. This all went down on August 13th, and let's just say it wasn't your average, hey, I like your podcast appearance. So the moment of revelation? Jason asks Taylor what segment she likes best, and she casually drops that she can hear Travis bellowing new news from across the house. Apparently she's in the kitchen, he's in some other room, and it's like a full-blown shouting chorus that she finds oddly endearing. Travis is just nodding along like, yep, that's my jam, while Taylor's all, it's literally my favorite part of the day.
What are your favorite segments that you hear Travis and I go into on a routinely basis?
I like new news just because of the screaming. Like, I hear him screaming new news from across the house constantly. Yes. It's like my favorite part. Like, he'll be like, new news, and I'm in the kitchen being like, new news. So I love that because of just the bellowing of it. Like,
if this isn't a couple goals flex, I don't know what is. The chat drifts into her post-tour life. Taylor's not hopping planes every week, so she's rediscovering hobbies like sewing and sourdough baking. Jason teases her with homey activities, and Taylor's like, yeah, I was on tour forever, my brain space was basically. Acoustic mashup this week? How do I say welcome to the Eras Tour in Portuguese? Now she's finally enjoying the mundane pleasures of home life, while Travis gets a front row seat to what she's actually up to. He even admits it's fun seeing what Taylor actually does around the house, which, let's be real, is probably a little more wholesome than the usual football chaos.
It's like, I'd say all my hobbies could be categorized as like hobbies you could have had in the 1700s. You know, like I get on my granny shit.
You enjoy doing all of these homey things. That's basically what you're saying?
Yeah, I like to sew. And it's kind of great because I'm getting my hobbies back. Like when I was on tour, all I had the bandwidth for was, what's the acoustic mashup this week? How do I say welcome to the Eras Tour in Portuguese? You know, that was the only thing taking up my brain space. And now it's
been so fun to see what Taylor actually gets into around the house.
While they haven't come out and said, yep, we live together, insiders are hinting pretty hard. Back in May, Taylor was hanging out in Florida while Travis trained for the NFL, popping up for dinner dates and generally being all about that supportive girlfriend life. She's actually looking forward to this NFL season more than ever because for once, she's not juggling tours or airport madness, and she can finally enjoy the whole cheering on your boyfriend gig without running a mile-high schedule. Basically, if you were wondering whether Taylor and Travis are living their best domestic life, the hints are loud, proud, and echoing across the house. And speaking of cheering on your boyfriend vibes, Taylor's newfound football cred has apparently caught the eye of Tom Brady, who's apparently lobbying for her to bring some of that star power straight into the Fox NFL booth. Brady thinks having Taylor analyze games would be like sprinkling glitter on the gridiron. Pop culture meets pigskin, and honestly, it's hard to argue with that logic. After casually confessing on the podcast that she once thought both offenses were on the field at the same time, picture her imagining Jared Goff and Josh Allen blowing whistles and duking it out simultaneously. Taylor has somehow leveled up from clueless to football brainiac. Sources say Travis was basically the coach in the early days, walking her through special teams, first downs, and all the tiny rules that make normal humans nod politely while secretly zoning out. Fast forward a bit, and she's now dissecting draft prospects like Xavier Worthy like she's prepping for a fantasy league championship. Fox NFL Sunday have apparently been buzzing over this glow-up. Their social media is allegedly littered with posts like, "We need Taylor Swift in the booth," tagging Brady, Aaron Andrews, and Kevin Burkhardt, which, let's be real, reads like the ultimate flex. Pop star meets football Hall of Famer meets fancy LED studio wizardry. Swift herself teased on the podcast that she's not ready to be an analyst right now, but give me 16 months, which sources are reading as a classic Taylor way of saying, "Watch this space, y'all." Even Aaron Andrews supposedly went full fangirl on Instagram, practically waving confetti emojis, cheering that Taylor is A-crew material. The combo could be electric. Brady bringing analytical clout, Swift bringing the cultural megawatt, and Fox mixing in all the tech wizardry they've been dying to show off. It's the kind of sports meets pop spectacle that makes casual fans actually care about first downs and tight ends. And if you thought Taylor stepping into the Fox booth would be the peak of NFL crossover drama, hold on to your helmets, because Jared Goff just got caught up in the whirlwind too. Insiders are saying the Detroit Lions quarterback had an adorably stunned reaction when he realized Taylor had name-dropped him during her epic 2-hour New Heights takeover. Apparently, his phone went absolutely haywire with texts, DMs, and who knows what, leaving him laughing at the chaos and joking that he hadn't expected to become part of pop culture commentary overnight. The mention came up while Taylor was spilling all the rookie season tales of her early football confusion, like thinking that offensive players from both teams were somehow simultaneously duking it out on the same patch of turf. Sources say she hilariously admitted picturing Jared Goff and Josh Allen blowing whistles and facing off like cartoon characters, which sent Travis practically into stitches and Jason Kelce into his signature wheeze laugh. Taylor even recalled asking Travis about the 2023 Super Bowl matchup between the Chiefs and Eagles, imagining him lining up right up against his brother Jason.
And on our first date, I legitimately asked him what it was like when the Chiefs played the Eagles in the Super Bowl and he looked across the field, across the line of scrimmage, and saw his brother standing on the other, like 5 feet in front of him on the field.
Yeah.
And he was like,
and
he didn't even look at me. Like, I now know what an insane question that was. He was like, actually, I'm on the offense. And my brother's on the offense, and I'm only on the field at the same time as defense. I thought everyone was out there at the same time. I thought that the quarterbacks.
I mean, that's how you played it on the playground growing up. So I understand if you hadn't
No, you
really
don't understand.
there.
I thought it was like Jared Goff is here and Josh Allen's here, and they're gonna be like, they blow a whistle and then they go at each other and they're like, and it's like, who's gonna win?
That's actually.
I would love to see Jared Goff play some defense. Let's see Jared Goff on defense.
I've got some ideas.
Insiders report that she later realized just how wildly off base that question was, but hey, it made for prime podcast gold. Travis handled the mix-up like a champ, calmly explaining that yes, offense players stick with offense, and he only ever collided with defenses, not his bro. Sources add that Taylor's curiosity didn't stop there. She's now basically a football nerd in training, obsessively digging into plays, draft picks, and special teams nuances, with Travis secretly loving every second of her newfound gridiron obsession. He reportedly told her during the podcast that he's forever grateful for her diving headfirst into football, which insiders say is basically a love letter wrapped in tight end terminology. Taylor's podcast antics also spotlighted exactly why these brothers are basically the antidote to all the toxic masculinity nonsense floating around. The world got an unfiltered masterclass in how to be a decent human during her New Heights takeover, watching Travis and Jason treat Taylor and each other with respect, humor, and zero drama. Apparently the pair are the kind of dudes who hype up their partners nonstop, laugh at themselves, and just generally make you feel like maybe the internet hasn't ruined all men yet. Taylor even threw in a line noting that they're just dudes avoiding the mess, which insiders say perfectly sums up their vibe. Sources say Travis was radiating full-on golden retriever energy the whole time, bouncing around to lift Taylor's spirits, marveling at her talent, and basically acting like the human exclamation point she joked about him being. Even with 3 Super Bowls under his belt and future Hall of Fame status practically guaranteed, he didn't feel the need to flex on stage or on mic, turning the spotlight to Taylor whenever he could. Meanwhile, Jason couldn't stop grinning, clearly thrilled that his brother found someone who appreciates him as much as Taylor does, and the energy between all 3 of them was just contagious. The takeaway isn't just about Swift or football, it's about modeling something rare right now. Men showing affection, valuing women, and being secure enough to celebrate others without needing to dominate the conversation. And after giving the world a double dose of Kelce charm and football wholesomeness, Taylor didn't just kick back, she went full social media ninja. She spent hours scrolling, liking, and dropping playful comments on fan posts featuring clips from her epic podcast debut, basically sliding into the DMs of her own hype train. She even teased fans with a sneak peek of handwritten lyrics on her Instagram story, sending theories spiraling faster than a Hail Mary pass. The combination of her candid banter and Travis's golden retriever energy made the episode one of the podcast's most streamed premieres, with listeners gushing over her humor, honesty, and unexpected football brain. Chiefs Inner Circle apparently got VIP access, with Patrick Mahomes' crew knowing the scoop before anyone else, which insiders say had him peeking in on the FaceTime just to witness Taylor's behind-the-scenes vibes. Even Andy Reid reportedly chuckled at the whole thing, joking that his grandkids would probably binge the episode while he pretended to be too old to care. Now the plot thickens, because apparently not everyone's vibing with their next-level moves. Triple J, the Aussie indie station that's basically been side-eyeing Taylor for a decade, decided to throw some shade like a pro sunblock commercial. Insiders are chuckling that their breakfast show presenter Jack James couldn't resist a sly jab, wrapping up the bulletin with a snarky line about announcing his own 12th album on his boyfriend's podcast. Clearly a wink at Taylor, dropping her latest on Travis's mic. Sources add that the station has historically treated her like that kid in high school who's way too shiny for the cool kids table, skipping her hits for years while happily spinning other mainstream stars. Fans, of course, went nuclear online, calling out the double standards. Apparently Beyoncé and Doja Cat get VIP passes to the hottest 100, but Taylor, not so much. Insiders even rolled their eyes at the memory of 2014, when a social media campaign for Shake It Off literally got her disqualified from the countdown, with KFC somehow entering the drama with a promo that referenced her 1989 album. Fast forward to today, and Taylor, ever the sly strategist, announces her new album on a football podcast, keeping fans and critics on their toes. Cheek Media's Hannah Ferguson apparently found it a bit eyebrow-raising, suggesting it's a wild flex to use her boyfriend's platform for a career milestone. But insiders report the comment section erupted with fans defending Taylor like she was being attacked for wearing sequins in public. That's all for this video, folks. We'll see you next time.